Facebook, YouTube, Voice of Stockton, and KXVS Radio. I will discuss relevant issues affecting animals and pet owners today, how to avoid common problems, and how to extend the quality of life for your cherished companions. As a community advocate, I will also discuss important social issues that affect our city. I plan to showcase organizations and heroes who are doing amazing things to help others. Remember to tune in every Tuesday morning at 10, starting soon.
Hello, welcome to Chef Tobias Cooks, here where we have kitchen conversations with professional chefs, cooks, home cooks, bakers, and people that just can't cook. So join us every week for our kitchen conversations and learn a thing or two. And I don't burn nothing in my kitchen.
Do you want to relive the golden days of Stockton? Join Nate Knott on Stockton Alive every first and third Monday at 6 p.m. Tune into thevoiceofstockton.org.
My name is Josh, and you're listening to KXVS, the voice of Stockton, 92.1 FM. Catch us live on Facebook, YouTube, and the TuneIn app.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program do not necessarily reflect those of KXVS, the voice of Stockton, or its parents, affiliates, management, and staff.
This is Darius Oliver, and you're listening to 92.1 KXVS, the voice of Stockton.
It played earlier.
All right, I turned down a little bit. Okay, so I know we totally just cut off like everyone's favorite song, but we wanted to tell everybody that we have a new YouTube channel, and we need you to subscribe to the new channel because we're not uploading or streaming on the old channel anymore. It's still the voice of Stockton.
It's going to be fresh, brand new.
New content.
Great content.
Yeah.
Only exclusively on KXVS.
Yes.
Good morning, Stocktonians, and welcome to another exciting event of Tales and Tips. I have the honor of having Roy Morales with me, and he is past president of the Stockton Host Lions. Today we're going to be talking about everything Lions. Our motto is We Serve, and we're going to talk about all the amazing things that our club does in the community and that Lions International does internationally as well. And thank you, Roy, so much for being here. Take it away.
Thank you for having me today. Lions roar.
1, 2, 3.
Roar. Lions roar. Okay, that's good. We had to get our roar in.
Cute. All right. It's a good morning. We got our roar in.
Yeah.
All right. So I mentioned briefly that the motto of Lions is We Serve. And for those of you that are not aware, Lions is a service club. We go out in the community and we do things to make our community, Stockton, and the surrounding areas a better place. Our club actually does some unique things that we'll be talking about. We'll talk about our barbecue. You may not be aware that two areas that the Lions in particular are concerned about is hearing and vision, and we'll talk about some activities that our club does specific to those areas to help people. And we can talk about some international projects as well. How long have you been a Lion, Roy?
Let's see. It seems like forever. Because once you become a Lion, you know, you get really active, and time really flies by. But really, about 3.5 years. You know, not really that long time-wise, but experience-wise, you know, going, you know, being just participating with the Lions seems like I've been a Lion forever.
And our club is really active. We are a small club compared to maybe some other service clubs. Mm-hmm. We have 20 to 30 active members, but those 20 to 30 people do a huge amount of things in the community, more than clubs that are a lot bigger. We are the originating club in Stockton, and we have a rich culture in Stockton. Name some of the past Lions who have done amazing things in our community.
Well, just to let you know, our club began in 1920, and so we're approaching, our 100 or centennial anniversary here in a couple of years. So we're excited about
And
that.
you're working
so
on
we've
that.
Yeah, I haven't been with the club that long though.
No, but you're in charge of our celebration.
So
which
far,
is awesome.
yeah, that's a big job too. But we're gonna have a lot of Lions involved with that. But our club comes with a great past. Just being able to serve our community for almost 100 years now, and having our presidents serve one-year terms. So we've had, let's see, I believe Greg is the 98th president, I believe. Greg Perdue is our current president. He's the 98th president.
I'll be the 99th.
And that's right. Julie will be the 99th president.
Excited.
We are so pleased to have Julie as part of our Stockton Host Lions group. She's she's accepted her leadership role and come up the ladder, and she just does so many amazing things, and we're looking for amazing things from her next year as president. So anyway, congratulations on that.
Thank you. I'm excited.
But you know what? If you look at the names, we have banners. We meet every Tuesday at Bud's Seafood. We have a meeting every Tuesday at noon at Bud's Seafood, and we're open to the public.
Yes, you're all welcome to come join us and help serve the community.
We always have a guest speaker, featured guest speaker, someone that's doing great things in the community, and we've just been able to meet so many wonderful people that are doing great things in our community. It's a great event, and then we have a little luncheon meeting, and our group meets at noon. So it's one of those groups that sometimes people can't make that noon meeting, but sometimes people will be able to make it maybe a couple times a month, and enjoy our meetings and the guest speakers and everything else that Lions do.
Can we highlight some of the past presidents? Ort Loftus is a member of our club who's known for doing amazing things in our community.
He's got a freeway named after him.
Yes, he deserves that.
Also, Angel Cruz. Angel Cruz was an older member of ours that was very, very involved with a lot of great activities.
Pixie Woods.
Pixie Woods, as well as he's got a park named after him, and that's Nelson Park over in Brookside. So Angel, I'm sorry, that would be Nelson Park, yes. And Angel Cruz also has a park named after him as well, I believe. So we've had, Judge Joaquin, if you looked at the banner, and you saw all the presidents that served their one-year terms, you'd really be impressed. Because when we first organized, it was a kind of a high-end club, a lot of business
all the movers
people,
and shakers.
movers and shakers, and then what happened was there's a lot of other clubs that formed, good clubs, that serve along with us, yes. And so our club has transitioned a little bit, and I like to say now that we're just a hardworking club. You'll have some contractors in there, you'll have business people, and you'll have regular people. You'll have car salesmen like me, and you'll
shout out to Chase Chevrolet.
That's right, and so and we're just I call us kind of a blue collar crowd. And we do amazing things in the community with club. Our membership's probably around 45, but we're really active members that are getting all the work done. It might be around 20. So, but we do amazing things in the community, and we've touched a lot of people in this community.
We've just had our golf tournament recently, and half of the proceeds to that went to Pixie Woods. We choose a nonprofit organization every year. That we donate part of the funds to that. Some organization that does amazing things in the community. We've had our crab feed recently, and we use that to raise money for scholarships. Do you want to talk about the scholarships?
Yeah, we're fundraising. We don't. We have a limited number of events that we fundraise at because we're limited. But when we do a fundraiser, we go all in, and they're successful. And so we're able to give back to the community in a big way. Our members. I'm so proud of each and every one of our members. They really
hard.
They work really hard. They really do work really hard. And this is nobody's getting paid for this, but they're doing it because they enjoy being a Lion, and they enjoy giving back to the community.
It's a labor of love.
It's a labor of love. That's exactly what it is. And we just have a fantastic group of people. And you're always welcome to come and join us, You're always
at
looking for
Buds
new
at
members.
noon on Tuesdays.
Exactly.
So tell us about the scholarships. Who are those scholarships going to? How many do we give out?
Yeah, we back in I forgot what year it was, but some of our older members formed a perpetual scholarship fund, and Ort Loftus was involved with that, as well as Mr. Richmond, I believe. There was a couple of longtime members.
Is that Richmond Senior?
That's Wayne Richmond. That's
All
right.
right.
Yeah, it's Wayne Richmond. So, and I know there are a
Steve
few others.
Richmond is a member too.
Steve Richmond's a member too. That's right. So
I think he was coerced.
and he was coerced by his father. But you know what? Many generations have come to be Lions that way. It's just kind of handed down from family member to family member.
It's a cherished tradition.
It's a cherished tradition. It is, and but we raise money at our crab feed, and then we contribute to our perpetual scholarship fund. And we've been giving out $1,500 scholarships. $1,500 scholarships to 4 students, and the students are from Humphreys College, San Joaquin Delta College. Let's see, the other 2 would be, both at San Joaquin Delta College. We do one with the in the vocational area, and one regular general education
Awesome.
area. Yeah.
Awesome.
And let's see, also I think it might be our campus.
Stanislaus or
Stanislaus.
UOP?
I don't think it's UOP. I think it's Stanislaus. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, so we give away 4 scholarships, and believe me, the kids, we have the kids come in, accept their scholarships, and it's a touching moment, because a lot of these kids, they're selected by their counselors on different criteria. And I'll tell you what, they're so appreciative of being able to get a scholarship. I never got one, but I can see on their faces that what we do in giving scholarships away really has them look at organizations like the Lions and many other organizations that give away scholarships as well, and say, what, they're doing something good. They're investing in me, and hopefully
Yes.
they're going to invest in the community as our return on investment.
Well, and it means a lot to them. It's not a huge amount of money, but it means a lot to them, and they're being recognized for their studies. And what's amazing is, you mentioned earlier that we have a speaker every week, and there's a lot of people that have come through and spoken at Lions that have some historical connection to Lions, whether it's a scholarship or an activity that they participated in, something that they remember in their childhood that's connected to Lions. And to me, that's exciting that we have this community heritage. And we should also mention that when we have our events like the crab feed, we have students helping us as well. Who are those students that came
Well, we
to
have
help us?
the Lincoln Leos, which is youth. Basically, it's a youth club for the Lions, and they actually assist us in many of our events. But the biggest one is the crab feed, and they're actually their role is to be the servers. And so they do an excellent job each and every year. They do an excellent job.
And they have fun with it.
And they have fun with it. They eat pizza before, and they have fun. And then they make some tips.
They get tips, yes, yes.
So they get excited about making the tips as well. But you know what? It's just a way for, our younger generation to get involved in serving and in helping. And being around older people that are giving back to the community, and I think
Yes.
that only good things can come as a result
Yes.
of them participating with
Yes.
us. So we're proud of our Lincoln Leos.
Definitely, definitely. And the crab feed, wasn't this the 20? What year was this
I
for
think
the
it was
crab
the
year?
21st.
Okay, I was going to say 27th.
Yeah. I think last year was the 20th. I'm not sure, but we're quite a few crab feeds under
Yes.
our belt, though.
Yes.
And they're always excellent.
Yes.
Just as long as you get the crab, because
Yes.
sometimes crab when you're serving crab, it's all dependent on the season, what kind of season you get. But
This year was a good season.
It seems like each and every year we're able to pull it off, and it is our largest fundraiser, and it goes to a great cause. And we have an excellent committee that works really hard. Like I say,
Yes.
it's not a big committee, but they're very dedicated. They know exactly what they're doing from
Those
year to
early
year.
Friday morning meetings.
Exactly.
7 a.m.
7 a.m. We meet at Mimi's, all the way until the crab feed. But a great group of Lions, great group of Lions. But,
Let's talk about the barbecue. I think the barbecue is amazing. There's no other club locally that I know of that goes out and does the barbecue. Shout out to Ron, Charlie, Milton, everyone that
Robert.
Deals with cleaning that barbecue, maintaining it, taking it to places, prepping.
Yes.
It's just amazing.
It's just kind of our trademark, It's one of those things, each club maybe has a little something that makes them a little unique. And ours, as far as visibility in the community, our barbecue gets a lot of visibility because we probably do,
over 60
50
events?
to 60 events a year, And what we're doing is we're assisting, nonprofits, charities, just good things going on in the community.
Yes.
We're taking our barbecue out, we're cooking for them, and
they provide the food and we help them, and I love that we're helping other nonprofits.
Yeah, and you get to meet so many great people, out in the community at those events, and it makes us feel special when we're able to assist these other organizations with something that's really important to them.
And we see amazing things. We were there when the arborists came out to Pixie Woods. You and I were both there that day, and that was phenomenal to see arborists come out from all over California and beyond, scaling trees to climb them to help Pixie Woods.
I'll tell you what, if you follow our barbecue, I'm telling you, you're going to see amazing things in this community that you have never seen unless you were a Lion. I'll tell you that right now. But you know what it does is it just places a special, just a special feeling in your heart because you're at some of these events that really touch you,
The Joaquin Lopez event.
The Joaquin Lopez
event.
That
was amazing to help to raise money for his gym that helps children in the community.
We were cooking at the Joaquin Lopez event, and he brought his professional boxing friends out to sign autographs. And you know what? To the kids, to the adults as well that are boxing fans, this is really huge, They come out, they have a great time, they see the kids box, and these are kids that need the discipline that Joaquin Lopez and
the support, the mentoring. We've cooked for the blood bank. We've cooked for Hope.
Yep. So many organizations that we've touched bases with, and it enables us to get to know the organizations much better, and them to get to know us because they know who the Lions are. They know, when they have something that they think that we can help them with, they're always going to reach out to us, and very rarely do we say no.
And we're working together to help the community. We've cooked chicken, we've cooked hamburgers, hot dogs.
Yes.
They supply the food, and we supply the
grill. One year, I think we did turkeys, and that was for an event with the police department at a park up north, and I think we partnered with Tuleberg on that a little bit. But we were able actually to cook turkeys for all the residents in the neighborhood.
Wow. And we do a breakfast for the sheriffs, too.
Yes, we do. Breakfast for sheriffs before they go out, one day. And that's always fun, supporting our local police officers and sheriff's department.
And you can advertise on our barbecue, by the way. And it's not expensive to do that. And as we've mentioned, our barbecue goes all over the community, so you would have great visibility. Just contact Stockton Host Lions if that's something you're interested in doing.
Definitely, we always can use a little sponsorship. That's always good.
And then we have a couple events that we're going to talk about. Before we get to that, I just want to ask you what it meant to you to be president of the Lions Club, and if you could just highlight a couple things that were really important to you that happened during your year as president.
Oh yeah, I was president last year, but you know what? It's really life-changing. I mean, it's really life-changing, because when you can lead an organization like Lions with such a strong history of serving humanity, there's a weight to it, but there is an excitement about taking on that responsibility and try to move the club forward, with the things that you do during your term. It was really life-changing, because what I really began to sense is the importance of everyone having a role to play as far as service. And everyone needs to have a role to play.
Yes.
And I think that
we all can do something.
We can all do something. We all have strengths, within us, that will play an important role in some type of service club. But it was life-changing for me because of the service, And believe me, I went all in. Because you know what, I may not ever get a chance to lead in a way with an organization like that. I may not ever get a chance to do that, So I felt I got to go all in. I got to go all in on this. And believe me, it was that year was a full-time job for me, because I put every ounce of energy into the job to making sure that we can move the club along as best as we can, so that I could turn it over, to Greg in good condition, and we could continue to grow and motivate people to join us in our efforts. So it's really touching. It's a real emotional, touching experience. And it's one that a lot of young leaders need to know about, because if you join Lions, believe me, if you join Lions and you want to be a leader, I don't care how old you are, you'll get that chance, and that's an experience fairly quickly, and that's an experience of a lifetime. So those of you that have been considering, getting into leadership, I would definitely encourage you to reach out to the Stockton Host Lions, because we've got a seat for you.
Mm-hmm. And it's very evident looking back at your year that you went all in. One thing that I respect about you hugely is anything that you participate in, you put your heart and soul. And when you talk about things that matter to you, it's really evident, and your words are powerful, and you move others to take action, which is a huge quality for a leader to have. You were amazing, President.
I was a good cheerleader.
You left a very strong legacy. You left big shoes to fill.
Yeah. And you know what? All we've done is we've just raised the bar a little bit higher. But the whole thing about the Lions, which I really enjoy, is that we all work together.
Yes.
Because the Lions, many of the Lions have been in this club for many years. We have a lot of very experienced Lions, and that is such an asset to us, because they've been through the ups and downs, and they have great experiences for them to share with the current president to really have a good presidency.
Yes. And it's hard to come up with events and activities that will keep people interested, not only past members, but we want our club to be growing. We want it to have a future. And in order to do that, we need new membership, and we need events that they're going to be interested in. This year, we are actually rolling out a new event, a bowling tournament that's coming up Saturday, and it's coming up April 7th at Pacific Bowl. And that event is actually to help preserve something that's been a legacy in Stockton for many, many years, and that is the Firefighters Memorial. And for those of you that are not aware, that memorial existed many years downtown by McLeod Lake, and it commemorated firefighters that were killed in a fire, one of which happens to have been a member of Firehouse 6. And that is where they are choosing to relocate that memorial in front of Firehouse 6, so it's coming full circle. And it's something that's very special, and that memorial was getting vandalized with graffiti, unfortunately, not only to the overall statue, but the faces. And I'm going to show a picture in just a minute of what that memorial looks like. Let's see if we can pan and try to show it. So you can see that it's a statue of firefighters.
There you go.
There we go. And having to take that up out of the ground, as you can imagine, was very emotional. And the fact that we found a home where the firefighters have found a home where the memorial will be able to be monitored 24 hours a day is magnificent. They won't have to worry about it being vandalized in the same way. They're going to have a park-like setting in front of Fire Station 6. And for those of you that don't know, that's at Victory Park. And it's just going to create such a strong, beautiful presence there. And they're going to do some things to upgrade the facade of the firehouse, to match with the Hagen Museum. And they also are having shirts, and I'm going to show the logo. This is the logo for the shirt that they're going to be selling. And these will also be for sale at our bowling event. So this bowling event, once again, is taking place Saturday, April 7th at Pacific Bowl. It's $50 a person and 2 games to a heat. You can go to Stockton Host Lions Facebook page to purchase tickets through the Eventbrite. I also have it on my page. Several other people have been sharing it. The firefighters have it on their page as well, the local firefighters page. And it's really important. We want to see the community come out in force to help support the firefighters. 50% of the proceeds from this event will go to help to relocate the memorial. So please come out and bowl. And the great thing about bowling is you really don't need any skill. You just have to go and roll the ball down the lane. If it hits the pins, great. If it goes in the gutter, oh well. You're there to have fun and support a great cause.
Or we can raise the gates, on the alley like we're going to do for Governor Don. We're going to do that where you said he can't throw it down the middle, so we're going to put the bumpers up for him. We can always do that.
So you can't have a gutter ball.
But you know what? And I got to give Julie some credit, Lion Julie some credit, because she actually took this idea and brought it to fruition, okay? And as you all know, Stockton is a great community and a very giving community. But there's a lot of activities that go on, there's a lot of giving that goes on a regular basis, But, a lot of times when we're making those decisions, where our money is going to go as far as charities and
or our time, our effort.
Or our time and effort, it really comes down to, what we're supporting, what the event is, and this one in particular, I think, as far as being a Stocktonian, and supporting a monument that is so important to our fire department, to all of those that have served, and not only fire department, but police and first responders. They all work together. And so sometimes it is difficult because we are. There's a lot of events out there. So anyway, this is a really worthy event. We would really like to get as many people involved with this event. It's going to a great cause. And so if you would like any information on getting tickets, of course it's $50 per person, but we would really like to have some teams. So
teams of 5.
How about City of Stockton? City Council, Board of Supervisors, and then businesses like Levati, Chase Chevrolet, of course,
sheriffs, police, firefighters.
Yeah, all these organizations out there. All we want you to do is give us one team. Give us one team of 5. One team of 5, it will cost you $250. You'll be there. You'll have a wonderful time, and you're going to be supporting a great cause.
And food is included. Shoes are included. We will be having a raffle as well.
Yes. So it's going to be a fun day. But the most important thing is taking care of that monument and putting it right there next to the Hagen Museum,
where it's safe,
and where people can go by and take a look at this. It's in a park where we have thousands, on a regular basis, so they'll be able to appreciate this beautiful monument in front of the fire station.
Yes. And we also have another exciting event coming up, a football game that you're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some football.
This is a really important one too. This year we are celebrating our 45th Lions All-Star football game. And this is a game that was played in Stockton until the UOP football stadium went down. They took the stadium down, and then the game actually moved then further south. Moved to Modesto, and then the last about 4 years, it's been held in Tracy. So its roots were actually here in Stockton. Its beginnings were right here in Stockton, and
which is exciting.
Yeah, which is really exciting. So So the last 2 years I've been involved with the football game, and not a huge capacity, but I've been there and done a couple of things with the Lions that I've been putting it on.
We want to bring it back to Stockton.
And so this was the whole idea. This year I got on the committee, the Lions All-Star football game committee, and a good friend of mine, Don Norton, coach at Stag High School, who I work closely with, had asked me, if I could help out with that committee, and I said yes, that'd be beautiful. So this year, as we began planning in probably end of December, 1st of January, we had an idea, and the idea was, since this was the 45th, we thought maybe this is a time when we can consider bringing the game back to its roots here in Stockton.
That would be awesome.
Now, that is not an easy thing to do.
No.
Because what these games, it requires a lot of volunteers, a lot of efforts on a lot of people's parts, to make this all come together. Well, the Tracy group has been doing a wonderful job, and there's many of the Tracy clubs that are involved with volunteering, and they've done a great job over at Tracy High School, where they've been playing the game. Well, this year what we did was we did present an opportunity maybe to bring the game back to Stockton, and we made a pitch, and actually we made inroads, okay, because the vote came down to, it was a 7-4 vote, and to keep it in Tracy, and I understand why, because they have everything all set up to be able to do that. But our pitch was that we'd like to bring the game back home because we think that this is an opportunity for us to be able to draw more, to be able to make some more money, to be able to, to have more money in the coffers, to be able to keep this game going.
And sometimes things happen in stages. Sometimes
Yes.
you can't change something immediately. Exactly.
It takes some preparation to do that. So anyway, I just wanted to say that next year, I think we even have a better chance because we were able to talk and talk about it and discuss this. Now, this year the game will be played in Tracy again.
But it should in reality rotate, to be fair.
Yes, and I think that because of the coordination, I think that that's probably what's going to happen. Because we're making, as far as what the revenue that's being generated, it's just enough to be able to keep that game going, okay, which is great for the kids. But I think that we may have we all feel that we may have a better opportunity to make a little bit more money in Stockton, because we have so many more high schools to draw from. We have so many players that have come out of our area that still live here in Stockton, that I think would come as well. So we're going to put a push next year to get the game back to Stockton, and that's very very exciting. We want to get the alumni involved too.
That would be amazing.
But this year, one thing that I want to tell you about this Lions All-Star game, and this is really important because there's a lot of stuff that goes on here.
And tell us how to get tickets if we have people in the audience that want tickets.
If you want tickets to the Lions All-Star football game, I want you to call this number, or you can call this number. You call Lion Roy, that's me. You can call me at Chase Chevrolet. You can call me at 209-475-6683. That's 209-475-6683 for Lions All-Star football game tickets. And as soon as they're available, I'll get those to you. The one thing that I wanted to mention about the Lions All-Star football game is there's a tremendous history. There are so many great Stocktonians that have played in this game. I mean, the best of the best athletes have played in this game, and it's absolutely outstanding. The one thing that this game gives to these young, outstanding athletes, both from the southern part of our valley through the north, is an opportunity to come together and play with one another as all-stars, because they were always used to playing against each other. So what happens is they actually have 5 days where they actually live together.
Wow.
They practice together. They eat together. And then on the following Saturday, they play a game together.
How awesome.
And believe me, the friendships that they've made, I know personally of guys that have played in this game that will never forget this experience. It was an experience of a lifetime. Just to give you a quick overview, on June 11th, this is how it all works out. On June 9th, there is a banquet that is held at the Italian Athletic Club. And you can reach me at 475-6683 to get tickets to that banquet. We have all of the players join us for that banquet.
What time is that? Like
and
6?
that is, it's like 6 o'clock. Yeah, 6 o'clock. And so we honor the players at the banquet. It's a great meal that is served. It's $25 meal, you know. And then you can reach out to me if you. But so they have a banquet. And then what happens on June 11th? The players actually report to camp. So the North Camp is at UOP.
Wow.
Check-in time 12:30. Okay, and then the South Camp is at Cal State Stanislaus.
Awesome.
And they check in at 12:30. So 6/11 is when they all meet, they all come together, and then we have some activities for them during the week. Not only are they practicing and eating a lot too.
They need lots of calories.
Yeah, on June 12th, the North Team dinner is going to be served dinner by the Linden Lions Club.
Awesome.
So
thank you, Linden Lions.
Yes, thank you, Linden Lions. They're stepping up, and they've done this now for the last 4 or 5 years, as far as I know. So they feed the North Team, and then the North Team will also the following day will actually go to a Ports game.
Oh, wonderful.
So as a team, so to give them an activity to enjoy here in Stockton, you know.
Awesome.
So they'll be going to a baseball game that day. And then on 6/14, the South Team has their dinner, and the Turlock Lions Club actually prepares the dinner for them.
Thank you, Turlock Lions.
Yes, thank you, Turlock Lions. And then the game day is on June 16th. Of course, it's going to be in Tracy this year.
What time?
And the game starts, actually, pregame activities is around 6 o'clock. And then game kickoff, I think, is right about 7 o'clock. And that's at Wayne Schneider Stadium at Tracy High School. Believe me, it's a great time. And you know what you're going to see?
It's a great stadium.
You're going to see a lot of Lions.
You're going to see a great game.
And you're going to see a lot of volunteers, you know, that have been keeping this game together. So anyway, I just wanted to touch bases on that because that's an important event that we have coming up. And then again, if you need tickets to the banquet,
or the game,
just give me a call. That's Lion Roy, and you can always reach me at 209-475-6683. And we are excited about possibly bringing that game back next year, but don't tell anybody. We're working on it.
That would be really exciting. Yeah. And then do you want to finish off just touching briefly about our 100-year anniversary and some of what you're doing in preparation for that?
Yeah, we're the anniversary is, it's just like Lions do. You know, we think big, and then we start to really gain traction and start. We have some really organized Lions. That'll keep us on track. I'm probably not the most organized, but I try to fill in with the energy part. But we are moving. We're selecting a location. We are planning to have a guest speaker, probably from Lions International. We will be inviting all of the local, Lions clubs in our district to come and participate with us because it's a big deal. 100 years.
It's a very big deal.
There are very few clubs that have celebrated 100 years of service in their community.
Yes.
And many of the clubs were spawned off of our club because we are the host club, and then the others were spawned off here in Stockton as well as some in Lodi and in the foothills. So it's going to be a grand celebration for us, and we're really looking forward to it.
And we hope other Lions clubs will participate. In Stockton, we have the Phil-Am Lions.
Mm-hmm. We got Phil-Am, San Joaquin. We got San Joaquin Lions, Phil-Am, Pacific. Yeah, Pacific Lions.
And any other service clubs are welcome too. It's interesting. There's an interesting dynamic that I would like to see change between different service clubs, where there's a sense of competition between them. And I'd love to see the different service clubs come together. Because we all want the same thing. We all want to make our communities better. We're all working hard to see where we can improve things. And I'd love to see different service clubs come and participate even in events with us.
Yes.
One thing that was pretty phenomenal, another event we cooked at this year was at Gospel Center Rescue Mission when they had their service day. And so many different churches came out and different organizations to help in painting, planting trees, other things. And it was just amazing to see people from different organizations working together with the same goal. And I would love to see that with the different service groups.
I agree with you 100%. And I know that we have supported, one another, but just really coming together, especially on large events, that type of thing, it all helps, it all helps. We all have one heart for service, and we can do bigger jobs. Maybe joining hands occasionally on certain service projects.
And in tribute to that, let's clasp hands. We serve. And thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
Lions,
awesome
what?
Advocate.
Lions roar.
It's always great to be here.
Thank
you, Damron-Brown.
I'm going to sign off. I am the voice of Stockton. You are the voice of Stockton. We are the voice of Stockton. Make it a great day.
KXVS 92.1 coming soon. KXVS.
The Third City Podcast is a production of Third City Coalition. In our show, we examine case studies in urban development in Stockton and other cities like Stockton across the country, exploring their local and regional impacts. Individual efforts play a role in Third City development, and it starts with you.
Trust me, I've been working. Monday to Sunday, show up and murder. Rehearsing these words until I get perfect. Serving them my purpose. Nerves that you worship don't make me nervous. Step on their toes and tell them you heard this. I've been working.
First name Timothy, last name graduated. So many people doubted me, a few congratulated. Which means few were proud of me, many were aggravated. That I didn't end up where they did, I simply navigated. Through the drama till it evaporated. If off my demons till they evacuated. My formula to success is to always make sure my moves are calculated. And stand out in the market that's oversaturated. Cats that hated been popping up in my DM. They slept on your boy, minus the Tylenol PM. I'm a star boy, unable to descend. Even if they don't see the beauty behind the man, it's like the weekend. Yeah, shit spells that show me love from the jump. They stood by my side even when I was in a slump. All my baby girl rappers that sound dumb with a trunk. But get them lumped up and shoved in a trunk. Yeah,
trust me, I've been working. Monday to Sunday, show up and working. Rehearsing these words until I get perfect. Serving them my purpose. Nerves that you worship don't make me nervous. Step on their toes and tell them you heard this. I've been working. Place me on that pedestal that I was up ignoring. No water, it's a benefit. So tell them I've been working. When they ask me who's up next, and I pull up. yes, just so I can cool your jets. Bet. The way I piece together words is heard by visionaries. Still I compete with hella nerds, earn my temporary 15 minutes in this spotlight with these top flight off-white, not tight mob like plights that you all hype. We write for the nights that we all ate cereal. Through strife, mama cried to find us a miracle. But life is a type to grind that you really slow. So if you hear me know through these lyrics, hope is it really shown. Heroes out of the bottom of the East End. Problem solving, you call them if an author is beastin'. If you're not too fond, then you probably part of the reason. The people need you gon' leave that speech alone while we defend. Relentless with these feelings, I've been hurting, wording these verses, making sure verdicts certain through my city. I'm that person that can rock a crowd so perfect. The first pick, and I did this on purpose. So trust me, I've been working Monday to Sunday, show up and work it. Rehearsing these words until I get perfect. Serving them my purpose. Serve that you worship, don't make me nervous. Step on their toes and tell them you heard it. I've been working. Place me on that pedestal that I was up ignoring. No water is a benefit. So tell them I've been working. When they ask me who's up next, and I pull up, yes, just so I can cool.